Hello and welcome everybody to the 5th episode of Robo Talk with XLR8. I'm your host Andrew. I'm here with Jacob.
Hello.
And Zach.
Hiya.
Today we are going to be talking about various different parts of tech news. We're going to first start off with Facebook. Facebook has now become Meta. This is kind of their overall company since they own so many. They're going through the rebranding. They're calling it the Metaverse. Everything like Facebook and Instagram will still keep their name. Just the head company, like I said, will be called Meta. They used various different promotional videos to change Mark Zuckerberg's appearance as he was telling the public what was going on different VR AR situations and what they plan to release in the future, now calling themselves Meta.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Barbecue sauce.
Oh my goodness, that barbecue sauce.
I guess it'd be an augmented reality room. He just had barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's just barbecue sauce on it.
Interesting.
And then, he just looks kind of goofy in all the
he
videos.
looks kind of goofy in general,
Yeah, that's just how
doesn't
he
he?
is. Yeah.
Is that why people think he's an android?
Yeah, his wax statue looks more lifelike than him.
Yeah, it's interesting the way that they're sort of rebranding. They want to become the Metaverse, which I'm still sort of hesitant of, like, what does that even mean? They want us to, like, live through the internet or something like that? I was like, that's kind of a cool idea, but then it turns into, like, a whole thing of, like...
I feel like there's been more than one movie about why this is a bad idea.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movies up like that, so...
I want to cook in VR. Dun, 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 dun.
Gonna turn into like some sort of show where it's like, you know those animes that it's like, oh yeah, we go into another world and you get stuck there. That's what it's gonna turn into.
On the other topic of Facebook, Jacob is going to be talking about their brand new gloves.
So they came out with haptic feedback gloves, which lets you feel things in VR. And I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, you can pick up a cube. It looks like a cube. There's videos of people playing Jenga or the equivalent. The technology hasn't really been new. It's been out for a while, like since the first kind of iterations of the HTC Vive, which was quite a while ago. They've been trying to make these gloves, but it looks like they're making a marketable consumer product, which is interesting to see.
I saw those. It looks like those little clams on the hands, and apparently whenever you grab anything, like you're actually grabbing it. I wonder how long it's going to be into sort of development until it's open to the public.
Hopefully not too long.
Yeah, because they have all those like haptic feedback vests and all that, and soon you're going to be able to feel every hit if you play a game.
There is a company, Haptex, who has accused Meta of copying their patented technology for their prototype gloves. Which,
Oh boy, we're coming back to the you took my idea, no you took mine.
well, that'll be an interesting case for Facebook, because if that's true, then that's not good for their new rebranding.
The Metaverse. The Steelyverse. No, I'm just kidding. Going on to another titan in technology, Apple has now released a new right to repair service. Customers are able to use Apple's parts and tools to repair their devices. They will also be slowing down on making their devices difficult to repair on purpose. This comes after the Federal Trade Commission has ramped up efforts to encourage competition between companies. All I gotta say is, man, it's about time. The amount of times I've seen a indestructible iPhone is crazy. But I guess it kind of goes with Steve Jobs' philosophy of it doesn't matter how it works, it works. And he didn't want anybody to get inside to steal his idea. But I think it's been taken to such an extreme that Apple can't even repair their own phones.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, a lot of phone companies are making it where you can't even get to the battery anymore. You have to take it somewhere, have a special tools to.
So late, and then you have to heat it up and like ruin the glass on it.
Yeah, I
and
know.
it's so bad.
I don't understand why they're making phones like that. I remember like it better whenever we could just open them up, change out the batteries, and wham bam, there you go. And now it's just like a whole process you gotta do, and you have to have someone with like a degree of just opening a phone just to change stuff.
Degree of
I
opening.
have
a
a
phone.
doctorate in phone science. So
I
it'll-
could crack it open.
if they're starting to give us the tools and the parts to fix our own devices, it'll be cool to see people breaking their warranty. I mean, not cool that it's practically illegal, but I mean, there's that guy who made the USB-C iPhone. I feel like we're gonna see a lot more of that type of thing.
Thinking back to the past episode.
Yeah. Check out our past episodes
Check out
for
the
our
previous
USB-C iPhone and
USB
how
I's.
Britain's dealing with that.
Totally not plugging other episodes.
And tell us how much it was worth. Tell us how much it was worth. Kind of our question of the podcast. How much was that USB iPhone actually worth?
That was last week, and I don't even remember.
Good question.
I barely remember what we did yesterday.
You
You
don't
didn't
ask
remember
questions.
that? Well, now we're gonna pose a question just for this episode.
Apple's our phones. What fuels? How do our phones get here? They get here by planes. And you know how planes fly with fuel. And a real interesting thing is some Swiss scientists have developed a machine that can create fuel from air and power from solar power. And it takes CO2 out of the air and water, and it can create hydrocarbon fuels like kerosene. Currently, they only have a proof of concept for the viability of their idea, but eventually this is a extension into carbon neutral fuels that can be used in aircraft fuel and other things that need to burn. It can be processed into other fuels like kerosene and similar burning things. Currently, it's kind of at the same point as other renewable type fuels where it costs too much to produce and it's not viable yet. So it's going to need political support in order for it to start to take off. But they project that if they get to the right production of the fuel, it'll only cost $2 per liter. I'm not sure if that's similar, but that's a good point to start off from for renewable fuels.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Mm.
And man, if we can actually get like renewable resources and like some real powerful power at a cheaper cost than like oil and gasoline, I think we could really get somewhere in cleaning up our entire planet. It could revolutionize the entire world as we speak.
Before I even get on any plane that's even using that fuel, I want to make sure that's working correctly instead of, for some things, we like to jump the gun. It's like, ooh, this is cleaner. Just want to make sure it goes through enough development that we're all good.
Well, theoretically, it's carbon neutral, meaning it takes carbon out at the same rate that the fuel puts carbon in because it's using solar power and the air.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it wouldn't be doing worse than other things. The only thing that I would say is making the machine. They weren't exactly detailed about how they did that or what kind of processes it would make, but it sounds like it's not like the most labor intensive thing out there. So good step, but eventually I think we're going to move into more electrical based powering things, but I think electrically powering a plane is going to be kind of hard unless we do solid state batteries a lot faster.
Or some type of other battery other than lithium ion.
Be a really good segue if we had something about solid state batteries.
But we don't.
But we don't.
But you know what we do have? If you think about transportation, cars might come to mind. Android Audio 7 comes with a small surprise you'll never discover on your own. The search of this so-called surprise has been a hobby for some people because there is many Easter eggs in Android Auto 7. Someone discovered it on Reddit, though. And even though we all hate to ruin this sneaky surprise, we're going to tell you what it is. Google has included a music video of Rick Ashley's song, Never Gonna Give You Up, which has been used for online pranks for many years.
Oh wait, now they're rickrolling the people who own Android Auto 7?
Only if they press like 12 buttons in a row or something. Link to the full article in the description if you have Android Auto 7 and want to know how to get to that. It's internet culture is permeating towards companies, which I guess it already has been, but interesting to see how things are starting to blend together.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are there
What are you
wireless?
talking about? Oh yeah,
Are there wireless controller adapters? Like, can you send wireless signals through USB? Like, that'd be cool to control the robot with wirelessly.
Oh yeah. You can get like wireless USB dongles. You're talking?
Yeah, and then you just strap the driver station
Why?
to the
What
robot.
you can do is you can get the literally Microsoft makes an adapter for their Xbox controllers. You just
Cool.
plug it in, click a button.
That's sick.
I don't know why you would do that, but
I mean, what if you want to walk around more, like our golf bot?
for
the
golf.
Well, I mean, not
You
even
get-
for the golf bot. It's just the wires get in the way a lot.
Oh, then you could just get like a wireless.
Bluetooth?
No, like a USB.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like an adapter, like you plug it in and plug the other one. You go beep boop bop.
No, like look right here.
It's a mouse dongle. Yeah.
For like $40.
Small price to pay for golf.
Because I'm assuming it there's one for 20, there's two for 25.
That I don't think
We're
this would work.
looking up.
Xbox.
We're looking up wireless controllers now. We've gone down the rabbit hole. But anyways, that'd be a great addition to our outreach.
It would, or to anyone else's.
Or to anyone else's, yes.
A wireless controller, that'd be pretty
We
cool.
will-
I don't think that's strictly legal in
No,
competition
it's
play.
not
No.
legal at all.
It
Yeah.
is not legal in FTC in any way, but if you are looking to do outreach, a wireless controller could be a potential option. And on that note, we might even purchase one for you and tell you how it goes. And then we're going to lead it over to Zach to talk about the darkness, or as everybody else likes to call it, nighttime.
All right, so tonight, November 18th, there will be an almost total lunar eclipse. What's a total lunar eclipse, you may ask? Well,
It's almost a total lunar eclipse.
yeah, pretty much.
When the Earth blocks out the sun from the moon's reflection.
Yep, and the moon just goes boop. There's going to be 4 different phases. There's going to be the, I'm going to pronounce this really bad, so hang in there with me. A penumbral eclipse begins, and that is when the moon enters the Earth's penumbra, the outer part of the shadow. So penumbra is just the outer part of the shadow. And then after that, there's the partial eclipse begins, and that's just where it's not all the way eclipsed, it's just partially. And then after that, it's when it gets really interesting because the moon will become red. And when it becomes red, it is called Aurelia scattering. Then right after that, it will be the eclipse peak. And that is when it's not, this is only a partial eclipse. For the eclipse, it's kind of a almost 1 in a century type thing. This is actually going to be a 3-hour, 28-minute, and 23-second long eclipse. Pretty long, so hopefully everyone will be able to see it.
Or like, it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
It is snowing.
Also, another 1 in a lifetime thing is possibly the Elder Scrolls series.
Not wrong.
Not many comes out for different generations, and the newest one, Elder Scrolls 6, has been given some more news of what's going to come out. The only bad thing is it's going to be exclusive for Xbox and PC. Some people may rejoice in that. Others who don't have Xbox or PC are kind of upset. Hopefully, later on down the line, it'll become accessible by all systems. Until then, I guess we just gotta wait and see.
When it's coming out. Currently, when is the current release date? I can only imagine how they're gonna set it back if they decide to.
Truthfully, no one really knows.
I thought they had a release date.
Not a release date. They gotta wait until after Starfield, which is their latest game. It's supposed to come out November 11th of next year.
I remember talking, and they were like, "I'm not gonna have a February," because it was like a it was like a show. It was a demo of Elder Scrolls, and it had like a huge map. I think. I don't know, but someone said February, and I was like, "That's cool." I don't really follow Elder Scrolls, so
I don't really know what all. It may be for the mobile game, or not the mobile game, but the MOBA. That may be it, because they constantly update that. But yeah, after they finish Starfield, that's when they're gonna go full on work on Elder Scrolls 6. So hopefully we'll get a release date soon.
I would like to thank you all for joining us on this day. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Please feel free to share it with others. We're trying to grow a community here, and we would love for everyone to know about the current tech news. This is Andrew here with Jacob and Zach.
Yep.
And I'll see you all later.